this video, I'm showing you a gated community with homes under $600,000 that are super close to great schools and shopping. What's going on, guys? And welcome to Somewhere in SoCal. My name is Mike Deblak, and on this channel, I show you guys what it's like to live somewhere in SoCal. In today's video, I am in the city of French Valley / Winchester, whatever you want to call it. We are at Marquise at Sunstone by Lennar. All right, there's actually two communities here. We're going to look at Marquise today. They also have another one called Indigo, which is lower price points, which we'll do at a future video. But in today's video, I'm going to tour these three models behind me, show you guys kind of what these things have to offer. We're going to hop on a map and show you guys what it's like to live here. We'll go over schools, shopping, medical care, things to do, all that sort of stuff. All right. The other thing is kind of just talking a little bit about this community that we're in. All right. This is a gated community in a really good location right off of the, I want to call it 79 Highway 79. I just call it Winchester Road. So one of the main roads where a lot of people go on to commute down and to work down into Temecula or up north into like Winchester or Menifee and stuff like that. So location is good. We're super close to really good schools in the Murrieta School District. We're super close to lots of different shopping options. I got bugs on me. All right, so shopping, schools are close by. The only thing that sucks really is if you're someone who needs to commute. If you need to commute down into like Orange County or San Diego, we're probably a little bit too far from a freeway. All right, a little bit further from my liking. Maybe you have a better appetite for it. So just want to be upfront honest there. If you're someone who needs to commute, probably not the best spot. So anyways, this community is going to be awesome. Like I said, it's a gated community. You got beautiful gates. The only people that are going to be in here are people who are supposed to be in here. All right, they're going to be community pool, rec center, parks, walking trails, all kinds of cool stuff. So the HOA here is going to be about $360 a month. The taxes, the special, it's including special assessments, property tax, Melrose, all that sort of stuff. We're looking at about 1.95%, which is, it's basically kind of the average for all the new builds in this general area. So nothing too crazy there at 1.95%. But anyways, we're going to hop in, tour these three homes. All right, we'll get that here started in a second. But first, all right, just want to remind you guys that this is a show I post every single Saturday at 8 a.m. So if you like the sort of stuff where I'm touring new houses, new communities, showing you guys what it's like to live somewhere in SoCal, if you like the stuff, do the stuff, like, subscribe, tap that notification bell. That way you stay up to date on everything going on in this local area. The other thing, if you like anything you see today, make sure you go ahead and reach out. Whether you want to come out today, tomorrow, next week, next month, whenever. I would love to be your local guide to the community and help you find your somewhere in SoCal, whether it's here or somewhere else. Anyways, I'm done talking. Let's go ahead and get this tour started. All right, so we're going to start this video off with the house that has what I think is the best exterior out here out of all the models. So we're on the Marquise side of the community here. This is going to be Residence 3. It's going to be 2,597 square feet. We're going to have 4 beds, 3 bathrooms. You're going to have a great room, a loft, which can be converted into a 5th bedroom, basically, a covered patio, and this one starts at $671,000. And you kind of just see the exterior on this one. This one's super nice. Love the exterior on this. Anyways, let's go on in and see this thing. Nice little porch as you walk up. Cool. So right as we walk in here, little sensor lights for you. So we got that kind of walkway straight down to the back there. We have the stairs off to the left. As we wrap around over here, we've got bedroom number 1 downstairs. Lots of natural light here with those 2 windows kind of at the front of the house here. The light fixture up top. Pretty decent sized room. Nice high 9-foot ceilings in here. Not the most optimal setup for TV because boom, like that's where your TV goes, not the window. So it is what it is. Anyway, so that's the first bedroom. Then over here, we're gonna have bathroom number 1, kind of our guest bathroom. You got the mirror, the medicine cabinet, all the normal stuff. Got our combo. And then one thing I'll point out, as you'll notice in this video here, all right, you'll see these models do not have doors. They will actually come with doors once you buy a real house in the community. They just want kids slamming their fingers and stuff. All right. And as we walk on down this long hall, you got this kind of what would be a naked wall when you buy it out in the community. All right, so this is kind of just a design feature. Now you cannot buy that as an upgrade. Those are just design features that whoever they hired to design this place did. All right, we have this kind of accent wall as we go down, and off to the left over here, we're gonna have our like coat closet / what I like to call the movie theater. Just throw the kids under there with an iPad. Get yourself a nice, quiet Friday night. Don't ask me how I know. Anyways, we'll keep on walking down a little bit further. All right, before we get to the kitchen, we got our garage access right here. So we got a 2-car garage through there. Kind of spin this thing around, and here we are. Here's our kitchen. Kind of right towards the front of the house right here. Let's do a nice little pan for you before I speak about everything. I just walk a little bit further to see a whole feel for this downstairs area. So anyways, we're going to start in this kitchen area and see if here we kind of got a good area for a coffee station, lots of cabinet space, a really good sized island right here. You got 4 seats. You might be able to squeeze a 5th on there. All right, so the nice countertops, the white cabinets, and I also like this flooring that they've got in here too. Electric stovetop over here, oven down below. You got that extended backsplash, like that green color they got working there. Got our microwave up top. And over here, we're gonna have our pantry. So, little closet pantry there with some shelving. I'll turn around and kind of show you what's out here before I go outside. So, you got the kind of great room there with a designated dining area. You got a living room. So I'll just walk through this before I go outside. So a nice little, you guys just see I always talk about these in all my videos, the area rugs, how like this does so much more for the space than if there was no rugs at all. My wife's kind of into the design, and we have all the stuff set up in my house too, kind of very similar. We got the rugs underneath in certain spots, and it's a small touch, but it goes a long way. Got that light fixture up top too, so kind of got the L-shaped couch in the corner. That looks like oh my gosh, that looks like a super comfy couch. Really nice. So a real nice feel down here. Very cozy. This one. All right, anyway, let's go ahead and check out the backyard real quick. Open this thing up and, oh, they don't let us outside. All right, never mind. We're not going to check it out. But this one does come with a covered patio. It's got that pre-wiring there for a fan to get down the middle there. But a really nice setup out here to kind of just chill outside and hang out and do what you do. So the backyards are not going to be the biggest. Remember, it's a nice little cozy area to chill. Anyways, let's go on and head upstairs now. Oopsies. As I'm doing that, just want to remind you guys that this is a show I post every single Saturday at 8 a.m. So if you like the sort of stuff from between new houses, new communities, showing you guys what it's like to live somewhere in SoCal. If you like the stuff, do the stuff. Like, subscribe, tap that notification bell. That way you stay up to date on everything going on in this local area. Anyways, holy smokes, guys. My eyes lit up on if you saw at the end there. This is a massive loft. Holy cow. So much room for activities up here. I'll get into that in a second, but I want to show you kind of that landing on the stairway here. Kind of a wraparound stairway, and then boom, you're like greeted like, boom, it's like, there it is. So big. I love that green accent wall. The use of these tables here for like homework and stuff like that. Some mirrors on the walls there. Lots of windows letting natural light in. And then this is a super cool ping pong table. Kind of trendy and modern. Even like the ping pong art on the wall there. Guys, this is a dope sound. I really like this. And then that cool accent wall with the wood paneling. Very, very nice. I like this. Guys, this is humongous. Anyways, let's walk this way. All right, and we're going to check out, all right, our laundry room. All right, so you're going to have an electric dryer. So we mentioned this in the electric community, basically. All right, so this is basically how these come stock. So you got this like wood shelf thing up top above the washer and dryer. And then you can have this built-in shelving off to the side over here. And then back here, we got basically the brains to the house, and I left it open. So you kind of see it, just the wiring for like the Wi-Fi and stuff like that. All right, so I call that the brains of the house. I am going to turn to the right over here first. And so right as you come to the top of the stairs over here, we've got another bathroom, sink, mirror, all that stuff. And then you will have a privacy door here. So if you're like me, you got a bunch of kids getting ready for school in the morning. Some of them can be doing their stuff here, like brush their teeth, wash their face, do their hair, that sort of thing. Someone else could be over here, the door closed, going to the bathroom, taking a bath, shower, whatever need be. Alrighty. But as we walk on over here, We got bedroom number 2. I almost said bathroom. Bedroom number 2. You got the sliding closet doors as you walk in here. Space. That might be a little extended. All right, and you got this really cool soccer wall, kind of accent wall as we walk in. And then boom. All right, so we got 8-foot ceilings in here. This room, I think it's just because the furniture is bulky. It does feel a tad small, but it's, the 8-foot ceilings kind of right on top of you, and then very bulky furniture. Depending on whose room this is, you probably don't need that much bulky furniture. There's a great spot for a TV there. Nice little comfy couch. So let's walk across the other side of the loft now. And this thing's massive. All right, we have bedroom number 3 right here. So we've got, this one feels pretty good. All right, so I like that little bench stool thing. Not stool, that little bench at the bottom of the foot of the bed. You got the dressers on each side of the nightstands. I really like that little, the pots of the plants there. Pretty cool. Window. Once again, not the best layout for a TV, but you can probably figure it out somehow, some way. And we'll head down this little hallway toward the master. Right in here, we got a nice double door linen closet for upstairs right before you get to the master bedroom. Kind of decorate this with a mirror. I'm going to show you that. And we'll walk on into the master bedroom. Pretty good sized room here. Nice and big. And I really like how in the model they put the wood-like flooring throughout, the LVP. Now, obviously, if you do that yourself, it's gonna be a nice little pretty penny, but if you got it in the budget, it's just such a nice look. And then they got the plantation shutters over there too. Light fixture, and then yeah, that's a cool spot to where your TV could go. You like that dresser though? Texture on that. And then I'll just point this out. This is one of my least favorite things about these types of houses, how close you are to the neighbor, but some people don't mind that. They're pretty close. You see a guy doing his thing there. Windows looking out there, so not too shabby. We'll walk on into the master bathroom. All right, so over here you got the his and her sinks. We have a little vanity area in the center there. Nice big mirror. It's actually a 3-piece mirror there. Then over here you got a shower / tub. I don't like when they do these in the master bathrooms. I prefer to have just a walk-in shower, or the thing where it's a shower and the tub. But I know Lennar does this in a lot of their communities. All right, over here we have our throne area. We'll peep that tile real quick. That's some nice tile work on the flooring here in the bathroom. Got our throne area here, and then boom, we got a walk-in closet. So lots of space to hang things in here. Even a decent amount of floor space too. I'll go ahead and and do my spin test for you. Totally spinning. We're good. We passed the test. Anyways, that wraps this one up. This right here was Residence 3 on the Marquise side. It's going to be 2,597 square feet. We got 4 beds, 3 baths. You got that humongous loft area, a covered patio. This one right here starts at $671,000. Next up, we're going to head into Residence 2. This one right here is going to be 1,856 square feet. We have 4 beds, 3 baths, and this one starts at $596,000. And you'll kind of just see the exterior on this one. Pretty nice looking. This actually reminds me, I'm from the South Bay, Redondo Beach area. This kind of reminds me of some houses down in Redondo Beach. Off the avenue is down there a little bit. And even in the Torrance area, kind of the older West Torrance area. Anyways, we'll walk on up into this one, kind of little side entrance around the corner here. I'm going to see some of the work they got going on here. So lots of opportunity in this community. Anyways, we got like that. That's a little light fixture, these stonework outside. Anyways, if you want to see this, and it's so much better than outside. All right, so you need the whole feel, the whole pan. Basically the door, right as you enter the door, you got the living room, you see the kitchen over there. Kind of got our designated dining area right here. Get the stairs going up. We'll check out what's back there in a second. You got this really nice big window. Kind of looking at the entryway of the house over there. Anyways, let's start over here with the living room. There's a really nice inviting feel as you come on in here. You got that L-shaped couch. You got that nice window looking out to the side of the front of the house, however you want to describe this one. Once again, we got that area rug defining the space. Got that light fixture hanging down too. All right, then over here, we've got our kitchen and our island. All right, so this is kind of one of the more, when I say stock or basic, this is an option, this granite, one of the basic things with like no upgrade charge to do that. So that's something you can expect for no upgrade. But this island fits 3. You'll see you got the island in the sink on this one. And over here, you got nice, long, countertop there. Like that extended backsplash as well with that tile. The cabinets. I'll show you guys back here. This is all dirty. I don't know what's going on there. Someone had some sort of accident. All right, and then this is technically the pantry right here. All right, so not the biggest pantry, but I'll open it up and show you guys. So it goes pretty deep, but not really your traditional pantry. So I don't know where you guys are coming from. All right, but this is, maybe this works for you. I don't know. All right, but pretty deep. You can get a lot of food in there, but not really a lot. All right, and then back here, will help me into this one, or this is spinny forever? Yeah, they don't let you out here. All right, but you do have this door going out to the back. I would imagine it wouldn't be the glass door like this. And then you're probably gonna have, just that one little cement block like right here, and then the rest of it's all dirt for you to kind of landscape on your own, and really a blank canvas for you to do whatever you want with it. This one does not have a covered patio. And as we'll turn this thing around, let's go see what's down that hallway. All right, so this will be our garage access right here. So you park your car in the garage, come on in, and boom, that's kind of what you get into. All right, but you go the other way over here, you can have bathroom number 1. With the tile working here too. So kind of a typical guest, bathroom. Get the medicine cabinet, the mirror, the cabinets down low, the shower tub combo, very normal. All right, next to that over here, we're gonna have our coat closet, and I would say movie theater because it's kind of under the stairs, but not the way I normally describe it. They're basically a coat closet / storage closet right there. And then we've got bedroom number 1 downstairs. I do really like that accent wall with the blue and the paneling. I call it like a midnight blue almost. Light fixture hanging down. Your closet there with this wooden sliding doors. You have this mirror to see what you look like before you head outside. Ooh, that's kind of cool. Little textured art there. I like that. All right, so let's go ahead and turn. Might have missed the dining area earlier, but this little seating dining area. All right, but let's go ahead and head on up. Some art here as we enter. More art there. Lots of windows and stuff. But natural lighting as we make our way upstairs. Oh, that's pretty cool. I like that little American flag wooden thingy. And then they got this little cutout type thing where they put a desk. Very good use of the space there. I'll show you guys those windows. Those really cool views in the distance too. Awesome. Yeah, so we'll head on down this hallway. All right, we got bedroom number 2 off to the right over here. All right, guys, I'm gonna be totally real with you. This feels small, and there's small furniture in it. This one does feel small, but depending what the purpose is, maybe you can get by with it. But anyways, we got the bedroom up here. Spin it around. Closet doors there. Let's go pretty deep right now. Nope. I thought it extended further back behind that mirror over there, but it doesn't. Across the hall over this way, we got bedroom number 3. Shark stuff as we enter here. Sharks or whales? Whale shark? Okay, sharks. So this room actually does feel bigger, and you got this little cutout thing where they put the closet right there. I like the blue wall they got. Shark fins. The windows on the natural lighting. And then I guess you could have a spot where a TV over there depending on the orientation of how you set everything up in this room. I'll go further on down. We got bathroom number 2 right here. I wish they would have put like a dual sinks there, but it is what it is. Nice big mirror, your cabinets, drawers, and then once again the privacy door here. Someone else could be, you know, bathroom or shower as someone's getting ready. Run the sink over here. All right, across the way over here, we're gonna have our laundry room. This is a really good sized laundry room. All right, number 1, I really like the tile on the floor there, but we got our hookups here. Once again, this is gonna be basically kind of the standard setup with Lennar, where you got this rack up tops and you got this built-in stuff. The shelves right there. Obviously, the flooring is gonna be an upgrade. Your wall does not come painted there, but it's a cool little touch. Makes it more homey in here. All right, across the hallway from that, you're gonna have a linen closet right before we get to the master bedroom. All right, so nice and wide here. Not a whole lot of room at the foot of the bed, but it's very wide. So very wide master bedroom. And like that mirror thing there to kind of extend and make the room look bigger. Get the window in the corner and this nice, I don't know if I'd call this a full bay window, but you get little reading nooks, sit down there if you wanted to. Look outside. Yeah. Back in the corner in time, give you a look from the corner. There we go. All right, then back over here, we're gonna have the master bathroom. We'll walk on over there. All right, first things first, we got our throne area right here. We have our his and her sinks and everything there. Nice big mirror. Same as the last house, you're gonna have that shower tub combo in the master. And behind me, we've got our walk-in closet. Once again, pretty good sized closet with lots of space to hang things. I'll go ahead and give the spin test here. It totally passes again. We're 2 for 2 today. All right, and that wraps this one up. Again, this right here was Residence 2. It's 1,856 square feet. We got 4 beds, 3 bathrooms. All right, and this one starts at $596,000. So last up, we're gonna have the Residence 1. This right here is 1,768 square feet. We're gonna have 3 beds, 2.5 bathrooms, and this one starts at $566,000. So kind of show you the exterior on this one. Those nice little pillars, brick around them. But let's go on up and see it. I do like this little like porch. Little porch as you look down. Be like that. Let's see this. Come on in. There we go. All right, so pretty nice little feel to this. You got the stairs on the right here. It's a wide entryway. You have this wall with the nice wallpaper. Give a little touch. And you have this window right under this entryway table. This is going to be behind, right, the fence here. So this is really like your side yard / backyard, which I'm sure we'll get to in a second. And that window looks out to that. We'll kind of walk on in here. Look at the kind of the tile flooring there. We'll put some artwork on the walls. And right here we've got our guest bathroom, really just a powder room. So half bathroom here. Kind of just for everyone that's hanging out downstairs. We'll flow over here. And we've got, get to the backyard in a second, but we got our living room area, designated dining, and our kitchen. All right, we'll start off with this living room. Once again, use a nice coffee table, the rug to, the area rug to, accentuate the area. I really do like this wood paneling behind the TV. It's just a really nice touch, accent on the wall there. Nice light fixture. And then, guys, just look at all these windows. So much natural light coming in down here. We got this nice mirror on this big naked wall. Got our little designated dining area right here. And then they do have it pre-wired for a fan up there or like a chandelier or something. But I had the same thing set up at my house because I have kind of a similar setup where it's kind of a straight shot like this. And you can kind of see it here. You got that chandelier over there hanging down. So whoever's hanging out at the island here, that TV is getting covered by that chandelier. So imagine having like double, just a little excessive to do multiple, but the option's there if you want it. So we got that designated dining area right here. Over here, we're gonna have our garage access to that 2-car garage. And then we got our kitchen right here. So got the island here. They got 3 seats. That's probably about right. I think it'd be a little hard to fit 4. And over here, we're gonna have our pantry. All right, so just like that second house we saw. All right, lots of different shelves, and they're kind of deep. And then we got countertops here. And then you'll notice this is kind of how the basic counter or the backsplashes are. That's 6 inches there. All right, if you don't get them extended up. That's kind of the setup there. You got the electric stovetop, the microwave, the sink on the island. You're good. How's it going?
Yeah.
All right, so we'll go on and head upstairs. Before we do that, we got to the bottom of the stairs and there's like a closet here. So we do have a coat closet kind of right as you enter the house and go upstairs. There's a coat closet there. You get this mirror set up. So anyways, what I was gonna say, if you like anything you see today, all right, make sure you go ahead and reach out, whether you want to come out today, tomorrow, next week, next month, or whenever. I would love to be your local guide to the area and help you find your somewhere in SoCal, whether it's here or somewhere else. All right, guys, I've got relationships with the agents at all the different builders. I get you the best price, really good incentives. So make sure that you guys go with me or another agent, all right, in your back pocket as you guys are, trying to negotiate a deal. Anyways, we'll turn this thing around, top the stairs. We got a nice laundry room. We got the nice little flooring there, the built-in shelves. Again. All right, if we turn to the left of the stairs, we're gonna have a linen closet, a really good sized bathroom up here. So we have that powder room downstairs. We got basically bathroom 1 up here is what I'll call this one. So there's no medicine cabinet, but you do have a nice big mirror, lots of drawers on that big cabinet down under the sink. Once again, you have a privacy door here, shower tub combo, bathroom, the window there with light in. And then directly across the hallway over here, you have our next bedroom. This is going to be bedroom number 1. So I shouldn't say next bedroom. Bedroom number 1, we'll call it. A little fuzzy light thing hanging down. Those windows. A little closet in the corner here. Let's see how deep this thing is. Oh dang, that was a surprise. I was expecting less. I'm trying to light on for you guys. It's not going. But anyways, so pretty deep closet here. You can put some dressers or drawers in here. You got some space to hang some stuff. And we'll turn around and kind of show you guys this. It's a pretty wide room. And up here you do have the 8-foot ceilings. All right, next to that, we're gonna have bedroom number 2. So walk in here. A football theme to this. So we got our sliding wooden closet doors over here. Nice little feel. This one feels a tad tight, but they do have some kind of bulkier furniture here, and there is a spot for a nice TV to hang on the wall there. The window look out to the side. And then we'll go back in the corner here. We got the master bedroom. Pretty good size here. Much bigger than the other ones. A little bit bigger than I was expecting after seeing the other bedrooms. All right, but really good size master bedroom here. You got that nice big window over here. Nice big window looking out to the front over here, letting that natural light in. Go in the corner and kind of spin it around for you guys to see what's what. That's just a really nice room here. Nice, good size. All right, we'll walk down this hallway. And we've got, do we? We do. We've got like a his and hers separate walk-in closet. So there's one side there. I'm in the middle of the hallway. Other side, we got another little walk-in closet. I'm not going to do the spin testing in here, but that's just a really cool touch. So each has their own. All right, as we walk further back, we got the his and her sinks. Nice big mirror, the drawers, cabinets, all that good stuff. Once again, we got that shower tub combo deal right here. Like I said, I'm not the biggest fan of that, but Lennar does that in a lot of their communities. All right, then over here, we kind of got our throne area off to the side, that window right there. So not a bad little layout on this one, which is their smallest floor plan. So that's going to wrap this one up. This right here was Residence 1. It's 1,768 square feet. We had 3 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms. And this one right here starts at $566,000. Alrighty guys, so next up, I'm gonna do what I always do. I'm gonna hop on the map and show you guys what it's like to actually live here. We'll go over schools, shopping, medical care, things to do, airports, commute times, fun stuff. Anyways, let's dive into my computer. Okie dokie, so where the heck are we? And you'll notice on the video I said Winchester / French Valley. All right, you'll see on the map here, we're in French Valley basically, but when you click on the builder, it says Winchester. All right, so that's why I say Winchester / French Valley, and really we're super close to Murrieta as well. So, and we're even zoned to the Murrieta Valley School District. So, anyways, where the heck are we? We are like South Winchester / French Valley / Northeast Murrieta. All right, so that's kind of where we are. As I mentioned, this is not the best spot if you're a commuter. So you got Highway 79 / Winchester Road here. All right, this is not like your normal road that you're going to commute, down into like San Diego or something like that. The 15 and 215 are the roads for that. So that's kind of my thoughts there. Anyways, let's talk a little bit about the schools first, just to get us started. So I'll start by doing some directions. Now, the really cool thing, what is it? Oh, is it the prep school there? Oh my gosh. Okay, Lennar, Sunstone. There we go. Switch it up. Alrighty, so we're zoned to Males Elementary School, which I did that drive today from the community. It was really a 5 or 6 minute drive. Not that 7's that big of a difference, but the really cool thing with the schools there is that you've got the middle school and the elementary school right next to each other. So you'll see you got McElhaney Middle School right there. The elementary school's down here. So when you see the drone shots, like you got elementary down here, you got the middle school over here. So, whichever level of school you got there is super close. As far as high schools go, we've got, and real quick before I do that, just McElhaney right there. You see it, MCE on there if you need to type it in to learn more about the school. But it's Vista Murrieta High School. All right, for anyone who's got kids that play sports, this is like the premier sports school in the area. It's about a 10-minute drive over here. Very nice, humongous campus over there. Like I said, really good for sports. Now, having said that, and going here, this kind of just leads me to some of the shopping stuff. So this is the main shopping center here. So we'll do Costco. So we're super close to Costco. Now, keep in mind, I'm going to get to it in a second, but there are closer shopping options for like the normal day-to-day type stuff. But having said that, this is only 10 minutes away. You're 10 minutes away from a Costco, a Chick-fil-A, a Raising Cane's. There's Farm Boys. There's, I believe, a Pyology in here, Aldi, Jamba Juice, Raising Cane's, Chick-fil-A, all kinds of stuff there. And then right across the freeway, just go over the little ramp there. So another couple extra minutes, you got Starbucks. I think there's a Starbucks on this side too, but there's a Starbucks. You got Home Depot. There's a Target. So pretty much everything you need is within about a 10-minute drive there. And there is stuff that's going to be a little bit closer. But as you go further down Clinton Keith here, there's even some more stuff, more options. Jack in the Box, Del Taco. So lots of options within about a 10 to 12-minute drive from this community. All right, but I will go ahead and show you some of the closer shopping options. Let's just do. I'm gonna put. Let's go McDonald's on Winchester. Hopefully, it's the right one. It is. All right. So the McDonald's shopping center here is about a 6-minute drive. So you can either go to the back roads there, Leon, or straight down Winchester Road. All right. You're gonna have the shopping center here. We got a McDonald's. There's a 7-Eleven gas station. Quick whatever car wash spot, Jersey Mike's. I think there's a sushi spot in here. Yeah, quick car wash. There's the grocery outlet, Panera. You got EOS Fitness. So Chipotle as well. So there's a little section here. I believe there's a Pollo Loco here too. Let me see. I don't know. I think that's over there too. So pretty good options there. Now, if we just go a little bit further down the road, all right, you'll see the shopping center here that's got a Starbucks, Stater Brothers. Let me just put Stater Brothers. Pizza Factory on the Benton. Let me see the Pizza Factory there. All right, so we're about a 7-minute drive to this shopping center. It's about 2 or 3 minutes further down from the other one. Actually, you can see this shopping center, you can see the shopping centers from each other. But anyways, I'll zoom into this one. You'll see you got your Stater Brothers. So this is like the closest grocery store you're going to deal with. You got CVS, Starbucks, Del Taco, Waba Grill, Carl's Jr., there's a Chevron gas station there. And then across the way over here, you got El Burrito Taco Shop, pretty solid there. Farmer Boys, Denny's, you got Popeyes, and then further down this road here, kind of that same parking lot, they just opened up a Taco Bell. I believe there's a Jack in the Box too. I don't know why it's not popping up here. Also, there's Domino's Pizza, so that's you'll get pizza delivered. It's going to come from there, so pretty close. So that is that kind of the close shopping and stuff like that. Now, one thing I will tell you guys, and you guys might have been able to see on the drone shots, They're actually in the process of building a gas station right on the corner here. So people who live in this community, boom, gas station, like, and convenience of like snacks right there. So they were doing some construction on there today. So I imagine that will be open up in the next couple months. So you got really good, access there. As far as more shopping, I want to show you guys the mall in Temecula. So the Promenade Temecula, we're looking at about a 15 to 20 minute drive straight down Winchester Road there. And you'll see here you've got just your traditional mall, you got your food court, your department stores, and movie theaters, movie theater at a mall, but also in, all around the mall, there's multiple movie theaters. You got Dick's Sporting Goods, Round One, bowling and arcade. There's a cool outdoor part of the mall where there's like Apple Store, Coach, Lululemon, Yard House as a restaurant out there, and just lots of things to do around the mall. There's also a Costco at the mall, so you got 2 Costcos within basically 15 to 20 minutes living here, and you see more movie theaters and stuff like that. So just really cool little spot there. Now one thing that I will show you is oops, I spelled wrong. All right, we're gonna get to wine country. We're super close to wine country back here, so you're about 25 minutes away from some of the wineries, in the back roads over here. So if you're someone who enjoys wine and wine tasting and that sort of thing, got you covered in this community. And then the other thing I'll show you is Pechanga. All right, so whether you want, go gamble, eat at the amazing restaurants, play some golf, or just go chill at their little pool area, we're about 30 minutes from Pechanga. And then Old Town Temecula, more like the mom and pop style feel, and a little bit of nightlife down there. We're about 20-25 minutes from there. So just a really good location overall. As I mentioned, if you're needing to commute somewhere, probably not the best, but what I will say is if you need to get to the 215 freeway, all right, we're about 10 minutes from there, basically the same distance as that Costco. That's where the freeway entrance is there. If you need to get down to the 15 freeway, I almost put Sam's Club Murrieta, that's like the closest entrance, 15 minutes to the entrance there where the 15 and 215 meet. So just something to keep in mind there if you're a commuter. As far as medical care goes, Loma Linda Medical Center in Murrieta is going to be your best bet. All right, they got full-on trauma center, everything there. All right, just a little over 10 minutes away. There's also a Kaiser facility just north of that. So if you're someone that's Kaiser, we're looking about a 13-minute drive to get there. So medical care all around. I do get a lot of people who work in the medical field or retired medical field people reaching out and helping a lot of them out. Guys, there's tons of opportunity out here in the medical field. So medical offices everywhere. There's not a whole lot of hospitals per se, but there are tons of medical offices all around. Alrighty. Next up, let's talk about, the airports. All right. We have San Diego Airport. Now, guys, once again, I do use these airports as points of reference. I know not everyone's going to fly from all these airports, but when you see San Diego Airport, if you're someone in the military, boom, you know about how far away your base is from there, or you want to see a Padres play, or you go down to the gas lamp. Like, there's different things that are a certain distance from these points at the airport. So about an hour 15, hour and 20 from the airport down in San Diego. Next, we'll go over to John Wayne and Irvine, about an hour 15 there. We'll go all the way up to LAX next. LAX, just under 2 hours. All right, Ontario, which is usually the easiest to get in and out of, just over an hour to get into Ontario. And then for Palm Springs, about an hour and 15 there. So you got 5 airports, within, a decent drive, better than most people throughout the country, I would think. So 5 different options there, but then also just those points of reference around those areas. All right, I do like to wrap this up with some fun stuff, so we'll start off with Disneyland. Disneyland is about an hour and 20-minute drive from this community here, so not too shabby. And then we'll do beaches next. We'll do La Jolla Shores Beach down in San Diego, about an hour and 15 there. We'll do the Oceanside Pier, just over an hour to get to the Oceanside Pier, and then we'll do Dana Point Harbor for an Orange County Orange County Beach. All right, and we've got that one at about an hour and 26, hour and a half, we'll call it. Anyways, let's go ahead and wrap this video up. Alrighty, guys, so that was Marquise at Sunstone by Lennar in the city of French Valley or Winchester, however you want to slice it. All right, we went ahead and toured the 3 model homes that they've got here. Now, keep in mind, there is another part of this community with 3 more models that I'll check out at another time. Those ones have a little bit of a cheaper price point. So this is kind of the higher end of this community. All right, speaking of the community, I just want to go ahead and touch on the HOA. Again, you have community pool, rec center, parks, walking trails. This is a gated community. The HOA is going to be about $360 a month. Tax rate, we're looking at about 1.95%, which is really in line with a lot of the new builds in this area. All right, and above all, guys, this is a great location. All right, we're super close to shopping, very close to schools. So we're close to the mall down in Temecula. So just a really good location, unless you're someone who needs to get to the freeway to commute. All right, but you do have Winchester Road or Highway 79 right here. All right, that's just right here for you. So like I said, we toured these 3 models, hopped on a map, showed you guys what it was like to live here, went over school, shopping, medical care, things to do, commute times, fun things to do like Disneyland and the beaches, airports, all that sort of stuff. So if you liked anything you saw today, make sure you go ahead and reach out, whether you're coming out today, tomorrow, next week, next month, whenever. I would love to be your local guide to the area and help you find your somewhere in SoCal, whether it's here or somewhere else. The other thing, this is a show I post every single Saturday at 8 a.m. So if you like the sort of stuff where we're touring new houses, new communities, showing you guys what it's like to live somewhere in SoCal, if you like the stuff, do the stuff, like, subscribe, tap that notification bell. That way, stay up to date on everything going on in this local area. Anyways, I'm going to get out of here. YouTube's going to put a video over this shoulder. If you like this video, you're probably going to like that one, and I'll see you in there.